Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and this is a whip along. I haven't done this for a while. I've not been whipping or doing anything because it's been just so busy and crazy around here all through the run up to Christmas and Christmas. We were away, we were visiting, we had guests, and it was just been absolutely and I've been busy with the shop, so as well as the channel. So this is my first one that I've managed to do for a few weeks. So this is I'm going to kind of hopefully finish this Boggy Creek blanket very soon and get them sent off. Now I've measured this one today, and it's kind of, I won't say big enough, but more or less, because I'm going to put a border on. This is going to be difficult because it's heavy and it pulls, you know. I don't like it when it does things like that, pulls it and stuff. So I'm just going to come a little bit nearer. We're going to go a little bit down, cut my head off, it doesn't matter because we're whipping. So I just one stitch undid there. So this is just the rectangle granny. I did do a tutorial, I've done several really, for rectangle granny squares and granny triangles. Well, a square and a rectangle, you know what I mean. So I do have quite a few, and in this and in a spike stitch one, and then I did the modern granny, which I called a box granny because it didn't have a name at the time, and I've done several of those. So yeah, there's tutorials for them, and if I can remember, I'll put one at the end. I used to put 4 tutorials at the end, but now I just put one. It was a little tip that, is it actually seeing this? I'm not sure if you are. I'm going to go down a bit more. There we are. Want to shoot from more angles. Okay, I just had a little message come up. No, I've got a fine angle. I mean, angle's fine, thank you very much. Anyway, I did that once before. I did the, it doesn't really give you much much different kind of angle really. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I used to put 4, but it was a little tip that I got from a video where it was less, you get more opportunity with less, funnily enough. If you're confronted with too much choice, then sometimes you miss out. There we go, that's a little better. Sorry, you can't see my face, you can just see my double chin and my neck, which is one area I really don't want to focus on. But when I'm doing this at the moment, I don't really like doing these in vertical mode. Maybe I will sometime, I don't know, but I don't really like doing them vertically. And my neck, as you know, it's where my scar is, so I don't like to really focus in on that, but I don't really have a lot of choice. But this is I don't know if this is going to be my last row, because obviously I think it does grow by around 1 inch vertically and horizontally every kind of round, because if you think that maybe that's ½ an inch, I'm not sure if it's quite ½ an inch, but it will obviously increase by 2 lots of that. So it's not you don't have to do too many rounds really to get that extra inch or 2, and then I'll have the border, that's the word I'm looking at, border. So yeah, it's really grown actually, this one. I like the granny and the modern granny because they do grow really well, and normally speaking you can sit and watch TV doing these, but I've been doing this one with you guys on my whip alongs. But I've got some new yarn, and I've got a ball here. Have I got a ball here? It was here earlier, I took it out. Typical really. Anyway, I showed it on my chat the other day. If you don't watch my chats, they're not all about yarn, they're not all about crochet, they're all about having fun and bit of a chat and just a catch up. But sometimes, occasionally, all the time even, if I have some new yarns, I'm getting arm ache already. I'm really out of practice. It's because this is quite high up, this bench. So yeah, I will show anything new that I get. If I find any new ones. Sometimes if it's a lot, obviously, I'll do it as a separate video and do like a yarn haul. But if it's just one thing, then I'll kind of show that yarn. And I managed to get this yarn in Home Bargains, and it was one I'd never seen before. I don't go in there very much, and we had a new one open nearby, so I popped in to see if they had any what was I looking for? It's something to do with Christmas. I think it might have been wrapping paper. Actually, it was birthday wrapping paper I was looking for. Well, they didn't have that, but they did have some yarn that I'd not seen, and I bought 3 big balls of it. I think they are 300 grams a piece. So I want to do something with that, because I should be able to get something nice made with that. And it was lilacs, pinks, and, well, really pretty colours. I thought it would look nice with a shawl or a blanket. So maybe that might be my next one, but I'm not sure because I don't think I'll get it on the Genie. I might, because it's quite soft yarn, so it might squish down a little bit and allow me to put it on the Genie. I know you can put 200 gram ones. The exception being those really very long ones that are wound differently. Those ones are sometimes a bit awkward. I want to say Red Heart do that quite often, but yeah, I kind of, hopefully I can get it on there and we can use it, because when I'm doing something like this, the Wool Genie, I call it Yarn Genie, but it's called a Wool Genie, but yeah, the Wool Genie is the ideal thing for doing tutorials and for doing whip alongs and things like this. You don't have the ball scooting all over the place, and I used to have to use a little cat with a curly tail, and I used to loop the yarn so it didn't keep coming back at me if it was down there. But the Genie is just a godsend, it really is. And when I did my advents, and you might have seen quite a few unboxings of those advent calendars, and if the person had messaged me and said, can you please make sure that everything is acrylic, then it gave me the last one, the 24th. I always put an extra special yarn, but they tended to be bulky and stuff if they were the acrylic ones. So I thought in quite a lot of them I'll put the Genie or a really nice accessory like that. And lots of people have messaged me. Lots have said, I love my Genie. I really love it. They are fantastic. I cannot sing their praises enough. And I do have lots in stock still, but I do need to get some stock for the I-cord knitters, which I also put in some advents. Plus I sold out because they're just so popular. So I do need to get some more of those, the I-cord knitters. So I'll put in an order for that soon, because they sell out so quick. And I think it's because I'm the cheapest person apart from, you know, getting some obscure weird place that nobody wants to trust. So yeah, I do need to get those, and some more hooks, because I had a bit of a run as well on hooks, and plus some knitting needles, because I sold quite a few knitting needles, things like that. So yeah, I do need to get some accessories. And also I want to start being on the lookout for some new yarns. So if anybody, especially ones I can get easily in the UK, if anybody has any preferences of yarn or ones they'd like to see me stocking, then please let me know, because unfortunately a lot of the really lovely yarns that, you know, I loved, like Stylecraft Cabaret and the like, have all gone discontinued. And it's always the ones, isn't it, that you absolutely love the most that they seem to discontinue. So there's been a few that have disappeared off of my shelves, and I want to replace those with some spectacular ones. I mean, I've got the chromatic, which is a is it King Cole chromatic or Stylecraft? I think it's Stylecraft, and that's nice. It's one of those kind of marbled or heathered yarns. It's really nice. But I'd love to find a new really nice glitzy yarn like the Cabaret, but it's finding them, isn't it? It's not always easy, you know. No, they are kind of what they call the fashion yarns, and once they, you know, these manufacturers and wholesale people, they kind of think this is no longer getting the level of sales we wanted, they go discontinue it, and then the yarns they put in its place, you think, well, surely you're not getting the level of sales in this because it's nowhere near as nice. But you know, what can you do? They don't listen. They don't listen to people. Anyway, so if there's any yarn that you know that you think would go well with me and my shop, then let me know and I'll have a look into it. So yeah, ones that I've been phasing out, like the Woolcraft, only not because it's not nice, it's beautiful yarn, I really love it, but it takes up so much space. It's so bulky. So that one is more or less gone now. I may have a little bit still in stock, I'm not sure. I did a Black Friday in my shop, Hobby Rocks, hobbyrocks.co.uk if you've not found it. I did that, and I've carried it on, called it the winter sale, and there's lots in there, and I'm going to add new stuff all the time. So I'm making lots of space out there so that I can make space for lots of new stuff. One that really did go absolutely, or two from King Cole, it went really well, was the Hedgerow Chunky and the Jitterbug. They flew, they really did. They were very popular. Cloud 9 for babies has been ridiculously popular, and it's lovely. It's just beautiful yarn, and there's some really cute colours in that, like colourways. I hate the word colourway. Why did I say that? Here we go. Nearly done, guys, nearly done. I'm just going to finish this. This is what's left of that cake. So I'm going to kind of finish that off, or more or less, and then I'm going to start. So that other cake that I thought I would maybe have left over to put in one of my high street mystery boxes, I probably won't. I think I overestimated how much I had left in this particular cake, so I'll probably use all of it in this blanket. So I will have used 4 of them all together, maybe not the whole thing, but I'm going to do the centerpiece and the border, and then send it off. The other one, the ice cream yarn one, I still haven't finished that. I've really fell out of love with that one. I don't even know where it is. I've got to find it. I've done too much to leave it, but yeah, somewhere around. I've got so many bags with whips in, it's unbelievable. And I did a load of swatches once for the Robin paint box, and I thought I'm going to turn all of these into a blanket. So what I wanted to do was make all of the squares the same size, edge them in black, and then put them together. Whether I'll do that and send it off as Boggy Creek, or it really kind of depends on what that ends up looking like, to be honest with you. Might be beautiful. It might look a bit weird. And if it does, it'll be for the house or the car. Just for the car, maybe. Oh, that was the other thing. I've been asked to make Tyler a blanket because all the ones I've made in the past, his mum has nicked. So I think what he means is she took them all to her house. So Michael has none at his. So I need to make Tyler a blanket, or a couple really, for Michael's house, so that he can have some there. So that was the other one. I knew there was another one that I'd been asked to do. Wow, it's so heavy now when you turn it. I brought a drink in. I've just had tea, but I've brought in some vanilla Coke. Well, vanilla Coke, yeah. This one is Coke. I do like it, but I try not to drink it too often, or any fizzy, come to that, because they're not good for you, especially the diet ones. The sugar's not good for you in the fattening ones. The sweetener's not good for you in the diet ones. But I you know, I run out of things that I can actually drink if I got rid of everything. Be like water and tea, and that'd be all. Well, it's mostly tea anyway. I don't drink an awful lot else other than tea. This is my least favourite colour in this blanket. This one here. It's kind of like a beige, and I think they should have made it a bit peachier. I think it would have gone a little nicer. I mean, overall they do look quite nice together, but if it was a bit peachier, it would have been better, I think. But as soon as I saw these cakes, I really liked this one. I didn't buy too many of the others. But this one's lovely. It's lovely, isn't it? Sorry. I lapsed into very bad Welsh then. It's because I've been watching things with oh, I've forgotten her name, the lady who plays Stella and Nessa. What's her name? God, it's gone out my brain. It's gone out my brain. Oh, hang on, I'm getting a numb bottom on this chair. Whew. So yeah, we're back to normal now, guys. After Christmas, it's all getting there. First day where I am totally, and New Year obviously, not just Christmas, but the first day where I'm doing normal things. And when I say that, I mean like washing and emptying cat trays and sorting out what's for dinner where there's not Christmas, New Year food. And yeah, just getting back on with making my whip alongs and back to normal. I kind of been craving getting back to normal. It's a weird thing, you know, you kind of do so much and you've got so much on, and then you think, oh, wouldn't it be good to get back to normal? But the first day of getting back to normal, I felt so deflated and lethargic, and like, can't I just veg out for the day? Just sit here and do absolutely nothing. I do apologise for poor Joan's bald head. I want to get her a wig, and I also need to make her a new hat. But at the moment, she is bald, and she should feel grateful that she's not out there. It's freezing. Really sunny day today, but absolutely freezing cold. It's so cold, it's almost icy when you go outside. I wouldn't be surprised if there weren't some frozen puddles somewhere, but it is absolutely freezing. It's that kind of cold, but there's no wind, thank goodness, but as soon as you go outside, it sort of bites you, you know? You kind of feel that little stab of coldness somewhere. But yeah, freezing. They did say the temperatures were going to plummet. They were right. They have. So tell me, guys, what have you been making? What are you making? Did you do lots of things, like make lots of Christmassy stuff or presents for people? Are you making anything now for anyone? Have you got channels? Did you do tutorials? I did very little crochet over Christmas. Very little. I should have done more. That's for sure. But I don't know. Sorry, Joan. Knocking her on the head. She hasn't even got a hat to protect her, has she? Poor Joan. Or hair. I did have this brainwave a little while ago. If I got Joan a wig on my bad hair days, perhaps I could steal it. But I've got so much hair, I don't know where I'd hide it. It's just so long that I wouldn't be able to really hide it. It's hard enough to, you know, kind of get out the way when you want to have a shower. And I used to be able to just put a ponytail on top of my head and make it into a loop and it would be okay. But not anymore. It still hangs right down. So I have to really try and create some kind of top knot where my hair won't get wet if I don't want it to. It's never been this long in my entire life. Never able to grow it this long. Must be doing something right, nutrition wise. When I was younger though, it was curly, so it might have, I always used to find that it went to my bra strap, but it was probably a bit longer than that when you pulled it out, but not very much. It wouldn't grow any longer than that, go past it. But back then my mother would never allow me to have my hair cut, and I think that was why, because obviously I never got dead ends cut off as much as I should, and so, you know, it wouldn't necessarily grow. But even when I had the kids, I think they take the goodness out of your hair when you have children and pregnancies, so then it didn't really grow. And by that time I had my hair short for a long time. I think I haven't got much further to go now. I'm halfway around this, or more, just over halfway around. But I think this might be my last round. I have one more colour. I've got that very pale turquoise colour. This very nice colour there, which I could maybe do another round. We'll see. It's possible. And then just use the other one for the border, perhaps. And the middle. And then it'd be done. I was kind of hoping that I could send them all off together. I did send one off already, but that was just one I had already made, knocking around somewhere. So I've kind of forgotten. I had a few people asking me to do some tutorials, and I've forgotten what they were. And I know one person wanted me to do a chevron blanket tutorial. And when I said before in another video about making Joan a hat, it was like, yes, please make some hats. So I know I was asked to do hat and chevron, but other than that I cannot remember what else people asked me to do a tutorial for. And I got asked recently, I was, oh yes, please do a tutorial for that. I cannot think what it was. Where did I put that phone? Oh yeah, I knew there was a reason. This phone, I put it on my heater, but obviously it wasn't on. I've got the fan on because I'm so hot. But I knew there was a thing, move your phone. Because, well, you know, if I leave it there and I end up putting the heater on at some point, then I will have a melted phone. So the phone cozy, this one, that's on it's a ribbed one. So any phone, fits any phone. So that's a tutorial. Maybe if I remember, I'll put a link to that. Although I think that was quite a popular tutorial this Christmas that people were doing. That and my hat, my Christmas hat. It's always a popular one. And the snowflake blanket, well, square, which I have on very good authority, isn't a kosher snowflake, because there's more than 6 sides, and a real snowflake only has 6. Hello. Yes, only has 6, because that's the mathematical anatomy of a snowflake. And so yeah, I had probably too many sides to be a real, but you know, this is a crocheted one, so it's just an homage to snowflakes, so therefore it's okay. It doesn't have to be you know, anatomically correct for a snowflake. It can just be pretty. Just be pretty is all it needs to be. You know, just saying. Hello. Chads. Reminded myself of a Chad. Do you remember Chads? Goodness, it's going to end up looking like I've got... Oh no, it's coming to an end. I was going to say, it's going to look like there's 2 rows of this colour, but it won't. It's going to run out very quickly. So did you watch any really good TV programs or films or anything over Christmas? Anything you've been waiting for? Any movies that you always watch? It's like a tradition. I mean, in this country, it used to be every single Christmas, and it probably still is, they would put White Christmas on, and The Wizard of Oz. They would be like the obligatory ones that would be on every year. We'd usually get Lassie when I was a kid as well, so there'd be some Lassie movie, which I would always end up crying into my Christmas dinner, because obviously Lassie was either hurt or maybe dead. So I remember once they were trying to make me eat, and I was like, "God, he's dead, Lassie's dead." And they're going, "Not dead. The whole movie's about Lassie. He'll be back." "Oh, he's dead." And of course, he wasn't dead. Just pretending to be dead. Anyway, Die Hard is the one that I always end up watching. Die Hard 1 or Die Hard 2 or both. Because, you know, contrary to what people believe, it is a Christmas movie. You know, it's all snowy, it's set at Christmas, it's definitely a Christmas movie. So I always watch those, or at least one of them. And went to the cinema to see Sonic 3. What else did we watch? Did we watch anything? Recorded quite a few things that we haven't actually got around to watching yet. Watched the Gavin and Stacey Christmas special, which is the end of the story, although they are talking about the fact that there might be spin-offs. I don't know about that, but yeah, we watched that. Didn't see much TV because we were busy near enough all the time, really. We're busy with people coming around and going out and all that stuff. We had a very sociable Christmas this year, and a little trip away as well, so it kind of meant we had to record a lot of stuff. Whoops, that one didn't work out. I was wondering then if you could actually see what I was doing since I moved it, and maybe I'd moved it out of shot, but it's in shot now. Mesmerizing. If it made a little noise like knitting, like little clickety click, it could say it would be like one of them ASMR videos. I think some of them are just visual, so maybe it could be. I always feel like those people who make those videos and do well at them, it's just money for nothing, basically, isn't it? Isn't it really though? Don't you think? It's like always fascinates me what people like watch and clamber to watch, like mukbangs. You know, the worst thing in the world for me is somebody making a noise while they eat. That is my one big, oh my God, I can't cope. I'm going to get really kind of lose my stuff in a minute. I was going to say something else beginning with S, but I can't do that. So yeah, that is, so mukbang is the absolute opposite to what I could actually watch. Mukbangs. I didn't even know mukbang was a thing until a girl whose channel was called Mukbang subscribed to me, and I checked her out. This was early on, and she had this mukbang channel, and it was all about noisy eating of things like the Rocky Road or s'mores, where you got it kind of cracks and crunches and pops, and it was like, oh wow, no. And there must have been a microphone inside the food, because even the act of putting the spoon in was like pop pop. And I was, I just need to stop watching before it gets in the mouth. Can't do it. But yeah, people do. What is the weirdest thing that you have heard that people are into and watch? I mean, there is an awful lot of weird, crazy fetish stuff out there, but you know, I mean, mukbangs. Why would anybody want to watch that? I just don't understand. It's my kryptonite, guys. My kryptonite. It really is. Whoops. Nearly. I think I'm on the final straight. Yep. And I've done a whole round. Wee-hee. It's amazing how quick you can get round. When you jibber jabber in, it just feels like it's quick. That's why, you know, that's why it's good to do it, making a video, because you don't really even notice you're doing it. It's like doing it watching TV, isn't it? And normally speaking, I don't have to watch what I'm doing, but I'm sitting in a weird position. This is a weird position for me to crochet in, because normally I'm on the sofa watching TV, but my arm is right up here, which does seem very alien to me, but I've got used to it. I've got used to doing it. So I might make this, I don't know whether to make this my final or not, to be honest. I think I should. See, it's worrying me that I wouldn't have enough to go the whole way round, because then I'd have to start trying to find the same colour in the other cake. I don't know. Plus, I think, you know, it depends how big my border it will be. It'll be quite a nice little border. So maybe this will be my final, just in case I need a little bit of yarn for that. You never know. It's quite a size. It is indeed. Okie doke. So then, if you could remember just to make a little comment that says what sort of tutorials you'd like to see on me do, then maybe I can get some inspiration from you guys. Some inspo. Do need some sometimes. It was weird, really, because all through Christmas and New Year, I only made 2 types of video. When I say all through Christmas, I mean the week. I made 2 types of video. I made vlog and giveaway, because I decided to do more giveaways during December like I usually do. But where we were away, I didn't get it done. So then, therefore, I only had a week. So I thought, okay, why don't I just do a giveaway a day? And I thought I could do the same thing for New Year, really. Be my birthday soon. That'll be the next lot. Birthday month giveaway. February is my birthday. Aquarius. So, yeah, I'll be doing a few in... obviously, I'm carrying on with my usual giveaways, but the next ones where it'll be an unusual will be February. And no idea. I'm gonna have to give. One of the things that I've got to do very, very soon is actually get out there in the yarn van and give it a good sort out. My ex had my dressing table from my old house, and I never used it really as a dressing table because it it was kind of pear coloured wood, and it was just like a desk. So that's what I used to use it for. And now he doesn't want it, and he said, do I want it back? So I'm very tempted to have it, but it would have to go out in the yarn van, and it could be my work desk. And so I need to clear the back. Back when I used to have a nice back to the yarn van, and I used to have a recording area, I want to get that back sort of thing. This year I couldn't even get my Christmas tree out because it was up there behind lots of yarn. So I want to get out there and sort it out, and maybe put that, if he hasn't got rid of it, because he did threaten that if I didn't get it soon he would get rid of it. So he hasn't said that he has, but you know, he might have done. But if he hasn't, then I'm going to have it as a work desk, and then I can maybe do some videoing out there and open with me. I have got a side that I use at the moment, but it's right near a window, which can often cause light problems, and it's not very big. So excuse me. But I did think I was going to put my computer out there, but it kind of broke for a while. It's very strange. The screen went really weird, and it was broken. And every time I put it on, it seemed like that portion of the screen was getting lower and lower and lower, until one day it was gone. And I thought, that's really strange, because I nearly took it in to the geniuses to see what was wrong with it. But it's gone. Whatever it was that was causing it just disappeared. I don't know. I'm nearly there, guys. Look at that. Almost at the corner. Woo woo. That's my last round then. I think I'm going to give it one more measure. And if I need to, I can just get on with that. And then I'll be doing the middle and the border. Yes, I'm done. Woohoo. Feel like we should cheer. So what you've been looking at is obviously, hang on, go upwards. No, it's the wrong way. What you've been looking at has been the back, but this is the front. So it's actually quite a size now, and big enough. That's the width, this is the length. So yeah, border time, definitely. Anywho, oh no, why did I say that? Really hate it when I say that. I really hate that. Anyway, forget I said it. Forget, just rewind. I didn't say it. Didn't happen. Thank you for watching. And next time, if I'm not doing the border, maybe I'll be doing something new. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.